innovation with teams of programmers, engineers, and designers to create the technology needed
to make a shoe?
Not just any shoe, a $375 shoe.
Running shoes have so much technology, they sound more like they're made by NASA than Nike.
These ones have flight foam, jacquard mesh, metaclutch, X-gel, adapter, snuffleupagus.
Adidas even say that they use
the same testing equipment as NASA.
So their runners have
20% more energy capsules than any other shoe.
Sounds complicated, but hey, I'm just a rocket scientist, not a shoe salesman.
You'd think with all this technology, we'd be better off. But runners are still getting injured at the same rates they were 40 years ago, when athletes used to wear these.
Ew.
So is all this technology worth paying for?
Pronation targeting.
High-end running shoe stores like the Athlete's Foot or ASICS flagship stores will often hook you up to these machines or film you or make you walk on pressure pads.
Yes, this certainly appears to be a foot.
They say this helps them choose a shoe to match your pronation style, which is how your foot rolls when you walk or run. Many shoes are in the motion control or stability categories, which means they're meant to control or fix your pronation, reducing injury risk. But they can also be very expensive.
Our scans are showing that your right foot's carrying too much weight. You'll need these. Hey! Your foot's lighter already!
But evidence that these motion control shoes are effective is underwhelming. One study showed that... Oh, sorry, I'm being told that...
All science on the checkout must be explained by someone dressed as Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein was not a shoe scientist. This doesn't make any sense.
While one study did find a lower risk of injury in people using pronation control shoes, another study of 1,000 military recruits found that choosing shoes based on pronation has little impact on injury risk. And yet another found that pronation control technology is overly simplistic, potentially injurious, and there's no evidence that pronation control footwear prevents running-related injuries. And that study was funded by Nike and conducted by a Nike employee. So even the shoe company's own studies are skeptical of motion control. So a more honest exchange would go something like...
So we've analysed your gait pattern, and it looks like you're an overpronator. We're going to recommend a pair of overpriced motion control shoes based on a paradigm of injury that even Nike thinks is bullshit.
So...
I'll stop you right there.
Well, running shoes aren't just about pronation, they're also about cushioning.
Cushioning technology.
We've got plush cushioning, continuous cushioning, charge cushioning, ultra-responsive cushioning, 360 degrees cushioning, neutral cushioning.
What, neutral cushioning?
Yep, these shoes will not push their politics on you.
A soft, springy layer between your feet and the ground seems like an obvious way to prevent injury. The problem is runners might compensate for this by running differently, changing their injury risk. Scientists followed runners for months and found the injury rate was not affected by the hardness of the cushioning, having gel, air or springs, or even running in new versus old shoes.
Can you all leave me alone, please?
Or, as one study put it, runners should choose shoes for reasons other than cushioning technology.
Okay, but cushioning's also about performance. High-end shoes have far more energy return!
Energy return is the latest buzzword in shoe sales. It means the foam springs back with more energy than a regular shoe. And this, of course, is completely true. According to Runner's World, high-end foams can return about 10% more energy after compression than a regular shoe. But you get about 10 times more energy return from your legs as you do from your shoes. So the difference between the best and the worst shoe is about 1% of the total energy of your stride.
Well, that's at least something, right?
Not really. Runner's World say it's unlikely to propel you in any meaningful way.
So you don't like high-tech cushioning? No problem. We've got these minimalist shoes with the terrifying toes.
Minimalist shoes.
Some people are opting to run with no cushioning at all, to mimic what it's like to run barefoot.
The foot was born to run naked, man.
Minimalist running became a craze a few years ago because of evidence it could reduce injury risk due to a more natural running style. But evidence is mixed. While it can reduce impact on knees, it can actually increase shin, calf and foot bone injuries in some people.
Ah, my shin, calf, or foot bone.
In the US, a class action over health claims made by one brand of minimalist shoes led to the manufacturer paying out $3.75 million to customers. So it's not for everyone.
Okay, fine. I've got more of these expensive shoes to show you.
God damn it, man! There's no evidence that these expensive shoes are better for you. In fact, people who buy them are less likely to be happy with them. The website runrepeat.com put together more than 134,000 user reviews of running shoes. And guess what? People rated the most expensive ones worse than the cheapest ones. Like the CEO said, people buy 3 times as expensive running shoes to get 8% less satisfied.
All right, genius. How do you choose running shoes if it's not based on pronation control, cushioning or price?
Well, the short answer is comfort. Shoe stores will try and make you feel like running shoes are a prescription matched to your body, like a pair of glasses. But really, it's more a matter of trial and error and finding out what works for you. Your weight, running style, training patterns, and injury history can all determine what you find comfortable. So you should listen to your feet and not a salesman dressed as a pedestrian crossing.
It's an American football referee, okay?
And comfort doesn't just mean trying the shoes on. It means, running in them.